for you, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. In today's video, this is going to be a little funny story time. At the time, ain't shit was motherfucking funny, bitch. But I can laugh about it now. Because I was telling my mom this story the other day, and she was like, why haven't you told this story on your YouTube channel? Like, this is very funny. So I was like, might as well, like, you know, take my mama's advice. If y'all think it's funny, okay. If y'all don't, good for you, brother. I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, so yeah, let's get into the story time. As you can tell by the title, this is a story time about how my sister embarrassed the hell out of me when we went to New York. And I'm gonna tell you how she embarrassed me. So it all started because earlier this year in March, unfortunately, our grandfather had passed away, right? And for those who don't know, I have two older sisters. And my oldest sister, we have the same mother but different fathers, but I still call her granddaddy because I just grew up around him, and he would treat me like his grandkid. Like, he would send me birthday cards, he'd send me Christmas cards, like, he fought with me. So I was like, I'm in there like swimwear, like, we cool. So anyways, like, anytime we would visit, like I said, he fought with a kid. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, he loved me like he loved my sister, and I love that for me. So anyways, my grandfather had passed away. God rest his soul, because that man was a funny ass man. Like, y'all, one of the last times I remember seeing my grandfather, side tangent, y'all, my niece was still on formula, and so we was like, let's take a trip to Maryland, and like, he'll meet my sister's child's father, God rest his soul as well. And, you know, finally meet, like, my baby. Because, you know, even though she my sister baby, that's my baby. So anyways, we go visit this man. Y'all, what a freak, he threw her formula in the trash. Like, I want to say we was there for a few days. And he was like, oh, this baby chunky. Like, she be eating. Like, she eat good, I see. And we was like, yeah, like, my little chubby. I'm going to put a picture of her up here of what she used to look like around that time. So, y'all, we go tour the city. We drove all the way to Baltimore because my grandfather, he lives in Maryland, or he did live in Maryland, and he lived on a border of Maryland and Delaware. He lived in Elkington, Maryland, and it's not like super close to Baltimore, so anytime we would fly in to Philly, and then we would just drive to his house. Well, he would come pick us up and then drive back, because it was a 45-minute drive. It was like actually closer, which is so crazy. So anyways, like I said, we was up in New York for his funeral, and my mom had paid for my flight and all that, because she was like, you know, I want you to be there for your sister. I feel like she needs somebody in the time of need. Like, this was somebody that she looked to as a father figure, because unfortunately her father had passed away when she was a child. So she always looked up to her grandfather and our uncle as like father figures. So when he passed away, like, my mom was just like, you know, like, it might take a real, like, big toll on her. So I just want you to be there for her. Like, I want you to support her. And, you know, I just, like, I don't want her to, you know, be down in the dumps by herself. Like, I want you to be there. I said, of course. That's my sister. Duh. So we go to New York, right? And we having a good old time, y'all. Until it's time to freaking leave New York. Like, we done toured, done went to so many restaurants, had some good food. Like, y'all, we went to this Asian restaurant, y'all. That motherfucker was busting, y'all. I'm gonna post a picture of some of the pictures we took in this restaurant, and if I took any pictures of my food. But that was some of the best ramen I've ever had, y'all. Like, some of the best. Like, I'm talking about, it was even good the next day. Like, even better, because the seasoning didn't sat. Like, bro, we had so many, like, good restaurants that we came across. We even went to the dispensary. Like, we had a good old time, right? And so anyways, it's our last day in New York, and we was like, okay, like, we gonna do the usual. But this time we had woke up hella early, because I did end up drinking all her water. And she was like, why the freak would you drink all my water? You need to give me some water. And so she had woke me up at like 7 in the morning, y'all. And so she get in the shower, and I was like, okay, like, I'll just go get you some water. So I walk to the corner store and get her some water. And I tell her, like, oh, like, well, we should might as well, like, get breakfast since we already both up, and you done woke me up, girl. Like, because I'm the type of person that, like, if you wake me up, it's hard for me to go back to sleep. Like, unless I'm exhausted, like, if I'm taking a nap. Other than that, like, once I'm up. Like, I just cannot go back to sleep until at least probably like an hour later. So we decide to go to this corner store, and it was like a bakery shop. It was good as heck. Like, everything that we had in that mug was good as heck. Anyways, so it comes down to her flight, right? Her flight was before mine, and we had went to this like pasta place that I found on TikTok, and I had kept telling her, like, okay, like, we gotta make sure we get to your flight, because the whole point was that we was trying to take the bus and the train to the airport, so that way she didn't have to spend money on the Uber, and neither did I, because although her flight was earlier than mine, I just was gonna come with her to the airport, because we had to check out the Airbnb at a certain time anyways. So it's not like I could be like, oh, well, I'll go back to the Airbnb and chill. No, I just like, nope, well, I don't have nowhere else to go, so I'm just gonna go to the airport with her. So I kept telling her, let's make sure we take the bus and the train and stuff, just so we can, you know, not spend as much money, but we just got to plan it out, right? So she's like, okay, cool. So then we go to this Italian restaurant, we eat in, whatever, we finish our food, we sitting there forever, and I'm like, okay, like, we need to be making a plan to leave soon. Like, we got to get up out of here because you got to fly before I do. Y'all. So then we still sitting there forever. So then we finally leave out the restaurant, and we sit outside of the restaurant, and she was like, well, like, before we go, like let's roll it, whatever. So we start swinging. I'm like, girl, we need to like start heading there, because it's like a 20-minute walk just to get to the train station, and then we have to like take a few stops. So I thought, until we got to the train station and we realized all we had to do was go like a floor under, and that was where we could go to get to the airport. So anyways, we sitting there swinging, whatever. Then we finally leave, and so then we get to this little like art fixture. I'm gonna post a picture of it so y'all can get an idea what I'm talking about. It's like some square cube, and it was like black. And so she's like, oh, like, let's take pictures in front of this. Let's take pictures. I was like, okay, cool. And I had brought my camera, y'all. This is when I had cracked my camera screen. I was sick as fuck. I cracked my camera screen on this trip because I had this motherfucking camera in my purse. And y'all, I think my lash cluster case cracked my screen, because I keep my camera in my like tote bag and it's no problem, nothing. But like that one trip where I had the clusters in my bag, because I was like, just in case my clusters get fucked up, I need to touch them up. Bitch, that shit cracked. I feel like that shit cracked the fuck up my camera, but that's besides the point. So anyways, I'm taking pictures, whatever. I take pictures of her, she takes pictures of me. I'm like, all right, we need to get the fuck up out of here. Let's go. So then we finally make it to the right train station, but then we have to take another train to get to the airport in Jersey, because for some reason our flights was to land in Jersey, and then we had to take the train to New York. So anyways, we get on this train, and I asked one of the people, and mind you, they had an employee uniform on, like, for the train. So I asked him, like, hey, is this the stop for the airport? He was like, oh yeah, that's the stop for the airport. So we get off at that stop. Do y'all know that we had went way past it, and because of that my sister ended up missing her flight? Well, y'all, she started turning up on this motherfucking train, y'all. Like, I'm talking about walking through this bitch with my niece in her hand, screaming and yelling. Mind you, she done left her shit with me, and I'm like, girl, how you gonna just leave your stuff with me? Like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. We in a whole nother state, and you just, like, what if somebody would have just picked it up as soon as you would have walked up? Like, what was I gonna do then? Because I'm never gonna stop a robber, babes. I'm never gonna stop a robber. I'm sorry to ya. Like, I'll be sick as fuck if I get robbed, but it's yours, you know? If God willing, if he really wants me to have these things, he will bring it back to me. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I feel like God will do that if these things are really meant for me. So anyway, she leave her stuff and she starts screaming her head off on the train. She like, what the fuck? We need to stop this train. Like, bro, like, this man that had a uniform that said he worked for here said that this was supposed to be the stop that we get off, and we done went way past our stop and I'm about to miss my flight. Like, she popping off, like going off, and to the point where everybody like looking at her crazy. Mind you, like I said, we in New Jersey at this point on the train. Y'all, what the white people in New Jersey it's definitely different from the white people in the South. Like, I'm not saying the white people in the South don't cuss you out or like don't pop their shit, but I feel like a lot of the times they kind of just sit there and like stare at you like, what the fuck is their problem? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on? No, not up in the North, y'all. Not if you from the North, then you definitely know like how they get down. But y'all, my sister screaming, yelling when this father and son duo go and tell her. The older man gonna say, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, shut up. Like, you're doing too much. Like, shut up. And my sister was like, no, you shut up. Mind you, my niece in her hand, and she's popping her shit, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, what is going on? Because I'm like actively like going through the different train cars trying to catch up to her. And so I'm just like seeing them arguing, and I'm thinking, bro, like, girl, this is not who you want to be. Like, first off, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm never not the one to go back and forth with a man. Like, I'll go back and forth with a man, but this was a big ass white man. Like, this wasn't no itty bitty little like 5'5" type white man. Like, no, this man was like a good between 6'5" and like 7 foot. Like, he was huge as hell. And my sister is petite. Like, my sister is little, okay, y'all. She's literally like 5'3" if I'm not mistaken. So she's a petite girl, and then she's pretty slim. So I'm like, girl, do you really want to go there? Because like, what if he just knocks the shit out of you? Like, y'all, I think my SD card is full because it just randomly like cut out and had like a little message. I didn't even have enough time to read the message, because by the time I realized it, when I looked at my reflection, I was like, what the hell going on with my camera? Anyways, like I said, my sister was popping her shit, and these man was big as hell. Like, big as hell. And I'm like, girl, please, let's take it down a few notches, because I don't want these kind of problems. So anyways, I'm catching up to her, and I'm like kind of like anxious at this point, because I'm thinking the man gonna say something to me like, bitch, you want something too or something? Like, I don't know, because he's white. Like I said, the white people up north is completely different from the white people down south. So I was like, oh, I'm anxious. Like, what if he punched me in the face just because we look alike? Like, I didn't even make eye contact with a man. Do y'all know that he was like, you need to get her, she's crazy? I was just like, I know, sir. Like, I didn't even say I know, sir, to him, but in my head I was just like, bitch, I know. Like, you don't even gotta tell me. Like, I knew her all my life. Like, bitches be bonkers. But I still love her now. But yeah, so she going off, and so the training police like, what the fuck going on? Like, what's going on? So she explained the situation. They was like, well, all the employees that work for this company, like anybody who has boarded the train with you has not gotten off that is an employee, so I'm not sure like who you spoke to. And so she was like, what the fuck? Like, da, 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 da. Like, he had a whole uniform on, and he really did have a uniform on like he worked there. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm confused. And they're like, no, like, anybody that's an employee, like, once they're on this train, like, they don't get off until it's all done. I'm like, what? And they're telling my sister this, so she was like, what? So then we was like, okay, can we just get off at the next stop? Like, please, please, please. And he was like, yes, of course, like, we'll get y'all off, but you need to calm the fuck down. So then my sister is like, I can't calm the fuck down. Like, I'm about to miss my flight. So y'all, we ended up ordering an Uber. That bitch was like 5 minutes away, but it felt like an eternity, because we was like, oh, we're already running like on borrowed time. Y'all, long story short, we ended up missing the flight. Well, not we, I made my flight, because like I said, my flight was later than hers, but she ended up missing her flight. And she was going off on me like, you made me miss my flight because you had me get on the train. I said, bitch, I didn't make you do nothing. Of course, I said that I suggested the train because it's like, you would save a lot more money than taking an Uber, because first, our hotel was 30 minutes away from the train station that took you straight to the airport. And it was like, when she took the train, I mean, not took the train, when she took the Uber from the train station originally, they charged her $80. So I'm like, bro, did you want to spend $80 or did you just want to get on this train ride? That's why I was like really like adamant on us taking a train. Of course, at the end of the day, if you felt like you wanted to take an Uber, who am I to stop you? I'm never going to stop you, but I'm just going to tell you, you know, weigh out your options. I feel like this is the better option, and you know, go from there. Like, you don't have to listen to a bitch like me. I don't know everything. I know a lot of things, but not everything. So she was just popping her shit going off. I'm like, girl, calm that down. And our mom, she had gave me her credit card, so luckily it didn't hit the limit. And so I told her, I said, just use mommy's credit card, and then you just gonna have to pay her the fuck back. Like, that's just what it's gonna be. Like, you're just gonna have to pay her the fuck back, like, if you want to get home. Y'all, she was going crazy in this motherfucking Uber, like going crazy to the point where I was like looking at her crazy. My niece was looking at her crazy, and the Uber was looking at her crazy. And I was like, I'm ready to get the fuck out of New York. Like, I don't know why, what, where, how, New Jersey. I was like, I don't know why the North brings something different out of you, but bitch, you won't need to be up here if you acting like this. But y'all, she embarrassed the fuck out of me on that train. And like I said, I can laugh about it now because it's funny, but at that moment, ain't a fuck thing was funny, bitch. You don't see me laughing. You ain't see me laughing because I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, girl, I'm up here trying to support you and you fucking acting a fool. You was acting a fool. But at the same time, like, I will say the trip was fun as fuck because that was like our first time both in New York together as adults. Like, the last time that we was in New York together was when I was 15 and she was 24. Like, she had been to New York in between that time, like, of me being 15 and then going earlier this year when I was 23. So, like, she's been there a few times in between that point, but I hadn't been there since I was 15. So, like, it was just, like, a fun little experience to have. Like, I will say it was a cool-ass experience other than having to be there for a funeral and her acting a damn fool on that damn train. And like I said, I can laugh now, but bitch, I was not kikiing at all. But anyways, y'all, I hope y'all like that story time. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. I will see you lovely people later. Bye.